Hi, and welcome to the CodeHS web design course. Here's a question for you. Have you ever used a website? If you answered no, I'll be very surprised because chances are you're using a website right now, this very instant, to view this very video. The truth is, for most people, websites have become a part of day-to-day life. Websites have changed the way we communicate. People are using Facebook and Twitter to keep in touch with each other and communicate to others, and websites have enabled us to keep up to date with the latest news. Websites have revolutionized communication. Similarly, websites have revolutionized education. Websites like CodeHS and Khan Academy have enabled online learning so that people can learn the skills that they want to learn on the internet. And more, we're seeing websites being used in the actual classroom to build a blended learning environment where you're both learning in a physical classroom and you're learning online. So websites have revolutionized education. Similarly, websites have revolutionized music. Websites like Spotify and SoundCloud allow artists to share their music with a massive number of fans and get paid for it. And really, that's the case with all art. Websites have revolutionized all the arts. It's pretty common for artists to develop their own homepages so that people on the internet can see their work, purchase work from them, or hire them to create art for them. Websites like Patreon allow creators of any kind to develop a following of subscribers that pay them monthly or yearly in order to access their content. So websites have really revolutionized art. Websites have made a brand new field of e-commerce. No longer do you have to go to a physical store to buy the things you want to buy. Amazon probably has it. You can just go to Amazon and purchase the retail items you want to buy. Similarly, websites like Kickstarter allow projects and companies to get funding from just any person on the internet. And these projects can get funded and come to life even if they might not have been able to successfully do that through old means, like getting a loan from a bank. You can use a website to fund your project. Websites have given us such a greater access to knowledge as well. Websites like Wikipedia make information open source. Anyone can share information with anyone else. And although it is open source, you might get some false information, but in general, with this many people editing it, the reliability of the information is actually pretty good. And then websites like ProQuest make legitimate scientific research available to the public rather than available to just a small group of scientists. So really, websites have revolutionized our access to knowledge. So really, we're seeing this trend that websites impact the world. You name the field, websites play a part in impacting that field. So my question to you is, which websites do you commonly use? And how have these websites affected your life? So as we're going through this course and we're learning about all these different websites and we're learning about how to actually make our own, I want you to think about what websites have played an important part in your life. So we've seen how important websites have become to the world. But another question is, how exactly are these websites made? Well, the answer is with code, specifically HTML and CSS code. And this might seem like a drag, this might seem kind of daunting to need to learn to code in order to build a website, but it's actually not that bad. Learning to code is just like learning anything else. You might be a beginner for a bit, it might be hard at first, but give it time and you'll be able to use it as your very own tool to create your very own things. And we'll see in this course, we'll be creating our very own websites from day one. By the end of this course, you'll be building incredible websites with code. So really, we're seeing that in today's world, learning to code is really the new literacy. Just like you don't learn to read to become a professional reader, you can if you want, but in general, you learn to read because it enables you to do so many other things. It enables you to process information and access information. It allows you to communicate in ways other than just your voice. You can communicate with text. Same thing with writing. You don't learn to write just to become a professional writer. You can if you want, but in general, you learn to write because it enables you to do so many other things. You can express yourself and express your thoughts and communicate with ways other than your voice. The same is true with coding. We are at the point where you don't learn to code just to become a professional coder. You can if you want, but in general, you learn to code because it enables you to do so many other things, whether that's creating your own website, creating your own music, creating your own game. Learning to code enables you to do the things you actually want to do. And the skills developed in computer science are applicable across so many fields. Computer science develops collaboration skills, communication, problem solving, creativity. It's all about expressing yourself and creating creative things with code. Analyzing and fixing errors in your code. Connecting the code that you're creating with the user or with other concepts across computer science. Really, computer science is impacting the world. It's all about building your own creations. And these skills are applicable even outside of computer science. And computer science itself has so many fields. There's game design, cybersecurity, computer networking. And in this course, we're going to be looking at one slice of this pie. We're going to be really diving into web design and web development. So that's what this course is all about. Now, real quick, let's differentiate between web design and web development. They're a little bit different, but they often go hand in hand. So web design is really about creating the look and feel of a website. It's about figuring out how best to display the information on the site so that the user is seeing the right information at the right time. And web designers think a lot about the user experience on the site. They think about the flow through the site, the look and feel, and really they want to make the site effective and engaging. Web development, on the other hand, is about actually diving in and building the physical site based on a given design. So a web developer will take the design and with code, with HTML and CSS code, bring that site to life and actually make it real. So web developers think a lot about how to write clean, readable code that not only loads fast for the user, but can be read and edited by other people because it's often done as a team effort. So web design and web development often go hand in hand, and in this course we'll be looking at both designing and building your very own websites. So what is this course all about? Well, this course is about designing and building your own websites. It's about finding and fixing problems in the things that you create. It's about using websites to creatively express yourself and tell stories to the reader. It's about understanding how websites are developed, how they're sent over the internet, and how they can be used to impact the world. So with that, welcome to the web design course. I hope you enjoy the course.